There is an African proverb that has been quoted by presidents, psychologists, and Nobel Prize winners. It takes a village to raise a child. You've heard it. Everyone has. But here's what nobody tells you. Most of us have completely lost the village. And our children are paying the price. Today, we're exploring Ubuntu, the ancient African parenting philosophy that modern science is only now beginning to understand. And by the end of this video, you'll have 3 things you can apply today, even if you live thousands of miles from the nearest village. Welcome to the Global Parent, where every week we travel to a different culture and unpack what they're doing right when it comes to raising children. If you're new here, subscribe now. Ubuntu is a Buni Bantu word. It translates roughly as I am because we are. Not I think, therefore I am. Not I work hard, therefore I succeed. I am because we are. My identity, my strength, my very existence is inseparable from the people around me. And here's why this completely changes how African children are raised in Ubuntu communities. A child is never raised by just 2 parents. They are raised by grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors, elders. Every adult in the community has both the right and the responsibility to guide that child. When a child misbehaves in the street, any adult can correct them, not harshly, not with punishment, but with wisdom. The child does not belong only to their parents. The child belongs to the community, and the community belongs to the child. Now think about how most families live today. Nuclear family. 4 walls. To parents trying to do everything: work, cook, clean, educate, discipline, support, inspire, and raise a fully functioning human being. Alone? Here's a statistic that should concern every parent watching this in 1970. The average child had meaningful daily contact with approximately 20 adults outside their immediate family. Today, that number is fewer than 5. We have built a world of extraordinary convenience and extraordinary isolation at the same time. And our children are growing up in smaller and smaller circles with fewer role models, fewer perspectives, fewer adults who love them and hold them accountable. Ubuntu says this is not just inconvenient, it is dangerous. Ubuntu parenting is built on 3 core principles. First, collective responsibility. Every adult in the community shares responsibility for every child. This is not interference. This is love expressed at scale. Children raised with collective responsibility grow up feeling not watched, but held. There is a profound difference between a child who behaves because they fear punishment and a child who behaves because they feel connected to the people around them and don't want to let them down. Quick question. Did you grow up with extended family involved in raising you? Did it make you stronger or weaker? Drop it in the comments. I read and reply to every single one. Second, storytelling as education. In Ubuntu communities, children are not taught through textbooks and lectures. They are taught through stories. Every evening, elders gather children and tell stories. Stories that carry moral lessons, cultural wisdom, and the accumulated knowledge of generations. Researchers have found that children who learn through storytelling develop stronger memory, deeper empathy, and more sophisticated moral reasoning than children taught through direct instruction. The African village was doing narrative learning centuries before neuroscience confirmed why it works. Third, belonging before achievement. In Ubuntu philosophy, a child's sense of belonging to their community is established before any expectation of achievement is placed on them. You belong here completely, unconditionally, already, before you walk, before you talk, before you succeed at anything. Compare that to modern parenting, where love is often unconsciously tied to performance. Good grades, good behavior, good results. Ubuntu children grow up with something that no achievement can give you and no failure can take away: the unshakable knowledge that they belong. Research from Harvard's Center on the Developing Child confirms that children who grow up with multiple stable, caring adult relationships show dramatically better outcomes across every measure: mental health, academic performance, resilience, emotional regulation, ability to form healthy relationships. It's not just about having two good parents. It's about being surrounded by a web of people who know you, see you, and care about what happens to you. The village isn't a metaphor. It's a biological need. So how do you build a village when you don't have one? Here are 3 things you can start today. Tip 1. Identify your village. Write down 5 adults outside your immediate family who have a meaningful relationship with your child. A grandparent, a neighbor, a teacher, a family friend, a coach or mentor. If you can't think of 5, that's your action point. Not to force relationships, but to intentionally create the conditions for them. Invite people in. Accept help. Let other adults love your child. Tip 2. Tell stories instead of lectures. Next time your child does something wrong, instead of lecturing them, tell them a story. When I was your age, I once did something similar. Here's what happened and what I learned. Or share a story from your culture, your family history, your community. Ubuntu wisdom travels through stories, and children remember stories long after they forget rules. Tip 3. Establish belonging before expectations. Before you ask anything of your child today, achievement, behavior, performance, tell them something first. Tell them they belong. Tell them they are loved. Tell them that nothing they do or don't do will ever change their place in your family. Then set your expectations. A child who knows they belong will move mountains to meet them. A child who is uncertain of their belonging will spend all their energy trying to earn it and have nothing left for growing. Ubuntu's lesson is this: no parent was ever meant to do this alone, and no child was ever meant to be raised by only 2 people. We are wired for community. We are wired for belonging. We are wired for the village. Now the good news is you can build one. Anywhere in the world, starting today. Which of the 3 tips will you try first? Tip 1. Build your village. Tip 2. Tell stories. Tip 3. Belonging before expectations. Comment below. I reply to everyone. If this video resonated with you, give it a like. It takes 1 second and helps this channel reach more parents around the world. And if you haven't subscribed yet, next week we're heading to South Korea, the country with the most intense education culture in the world. Children studying 16 hours a day, and what it's doing to them. It might be our most important video yet. Hit subscribe. Turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next one. The Global Parent. Every culture, every week.